It's on. We're live for real. The internet is actually turned on this time. We checked the router. We pushed the
Are we
button.
on?
We're live. Is this? Can you hear me now? Can you?
Somebody, hello, can you hear me now? Okay,
okay. I see someone in
give
chat.
us a sign.
We're good. I see
Tell us
Jason
that you love
Spatial in
us.
chat. We're here. Oh my
Give
goodness.
us positive reinforcement. Somebody prove to us.
Sorry, we're a little bit late, friends. Streaming is a blow up, and we had a massive show yesterday for the 2022 LTS launch, and they had to convert some of that to make our show work again. So thank you again to Freeman, to Hassan for putting all this together.
Yep.
This is the final check of scopes. This is it. This is number
Final
8.
Scope check.
Are we already there? Are we already there?
We're already.
It is.
Ready. We're deving together. Our friendships we made. Sorry, I could. So we're here. For those that are tuning in for the first time, maybe you saw the ad yesterday and you were like, "Oh my goodness, I gotta jump in and see what this is." So we're trying to make a game with the community in 8 streams, right? 8 weeks. Yep. This has been a little bit longer than 8 weeks. It's been more like 12 because of like holidays and other vacations and stuff. But
True.
So y'all have kind of guided us, given us ideas, told us what to do, and told us how to figure things out. And we've been doing it. So that's what the show is. We're making a isometric food throwing chaos game where we're fighting monsters in a cafeteria, and we're gonna wrap it up today with some audio. We're gonna get our main character in there.
You're doing
Hopefully
some
all the
polish,
audio-
yo.
Some polish, yo. Pen says what's good. By the way,
Screaming in the background.
Pen's like, don't forget about me.
Our
My name's-
co-host is in his bucket. Oh yeah.
Just bucketing it
Who
up,
are
Cozy.
you?
I'm Thomas Winkley. I work at Unity on the education team. As a technical marketing advocate, I also help manage and run our community. I'm super excited to be here. Don't forget, if you're a student or an educator watching this, you can get free education licenses from Unity, and you should join our communities and hang out. Joy, who are you?
Who am I? More importantly, who is he? Hi, I'm Joy. I'm a senior instructional designer at Unity Technologies as well, and this is Pen, and he is, well, done for the moment. But yeah, my team is responsible for the content that you see on Unity Learn. So if you like Unity Learn stuff, you're welcome. Also, thank you for using it.
Thank you for learning.
Yep. And I am Utsav. I also work on the education team. I'm a product manager in the education team. Joy builds content for Learn. I make sure it works well, and her content is in front of all of your eyes. So thank you for using Unity. Thank you for learning Unity, and thank you for code deving this game with us. I have learned a lot from you guys.
It has been YouTube subtitled your cat's name Joy as Pain, which is very apt for a cat.
No, it's a reference. It's a reference.
It is a reference. But so what we're going to do is we do scope check at the beginning of every show, right? So we need to run through and just talk about the scope. I don't think I have the TDD. I think isn't it just like bit.ly? We don't need the technical documents. We've done this 7 times. We're ready. So the big thing, if everyone missed it, we're not doing netcode this time. Stay tuned for the end. There might be an announcement. We'll see. We'll see if we can survive doing it. Anyway, as far as finishing everything else, I think we're good. Does anybody have concerns during this last week of dev that we need to talk about?
I mean, no.
About the project specifically.
Yeah, no, I was gonna try and get like all philosophical and stuff, but I can't do it. I'm just happy to be here.
I mean, perfect is always the enemy of good, right? There's always going to be things we can improve and change and add. But, we can't let that stop us from finishing an awesome freaking game, building with an awesome team and an awesome community. So I'm sure we'll have some time, or maybe we'll do a season 2 to improve some stuff, but I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, me as well. I don't think we have... My only thing to think about is, like, we talked about having, like, a round timer, and we were just, like, we scrapped that yesterday because we were like, there's no point, right? It doesn't...
Scope check!
It was a scope check moment.
It was a scope ad, and, like, it didn't add fun.
That's
so we were
a
like,
great point.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here. We're gaming here. And then away it went.
We're gaming over here!
Dyron, good to see you. Hello. So yeah, I think that's really about it. Like, this would be a pretty short scope check portion because, like, we've already kind of figured everything out and we're ready to wrap this thing up. I do think at the end of the show, we will have a playable vertical slice with effects and audio, and then it'll just need some like final tweaks, I think, and then we can call it a day. So,
Yep.
I guess the next thing we should do is let's review the changes we made to the project the last 2 weeks, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do it!
All right. So if I remember right, Joy, we have to drive for you because your monitor was refreshing weird.
Yes.
So who wants to go first?
In order
I
to not
guess.
lose me. Yeah, I'd be happy to talk through my stuff if you could drive for me.
Okay, I will drive. You talk.
So, yeah, just to clarify, if you were with us during our last stream, I suddenly disappeared for a moment, and that's because Unity's navigation caused my monitor to refresh, and refreshing my monitor caused the stream to freak out. So we're not doing that. So if we go over into Unity Land, I shall show you the magic.
All right. I'm gonna go back to scenes to start, and we'll give a second.
That's the important part.
For the stream encoding to catch up and to pull over our screen view with Unity embedded. Beautiful.
So,
Okay.
first and foremost, there was a little bit of a level update since we last saw each other stream. So let's go ahead and take a look at that first. Yeah.
You've really added like some nice silhouetting to everything. Like I love the way you made these tables octagonal.
Is it hexagonal? It's hexagonal.
Is it hexagonal? Yeah, like it's nice hexagons, and the yellow chairs really pop against that dark red too, which I really dig.
So in the previous stream, we had a lot of really helpful input on our color scheme. And actually, if you open up the game view, I think that'll be the easiest way to kind of show off the scene as a whole. There we go. And then maybe like maximize or something because it's so small.
Let's do it. Let's see.
Shift space.
Or I could just do it the hard
Yeah.
way. Is that
That's
fine?
fine.
Can't I
Yeah,
just do it
that's
the hard way?
Doing the hard way is perfectly acceptable. Okay, so here we are. So yeah, we've updated our color scheme. It is now passing for accessibility. So we've got all that set up, and I've altered the layout, and I've tested this a lot because I was having to test various other things. You are now making more use of the entire scene. So before we had the note that it seemed like most of the time our players were just sticking in the upper quadrant. Now you're kind of forced to move all over the place because the food stations are at different locations, but also from a tactical perspective, after the first wave, you really want to be running all over the place to try and avoid these enemies. So those are the really big things, aside from just the visual aspect, is that there's a lot more tactical use of the scene.
Yeah.
So there's that. Let's see. I also made some character updates.
And you might see one that I have sitting in the middle of the scene right now because I forgot to take them out from
spoilers!
testing. Let's go look at our character prefabs, shall we? Is that what you want me to do? Pull the prefabs up?
You won't be able to see... You know what? Yeah, let's start with the character prefabs, and then we can see them in action and see the extra spice that I added.
So tell me which one.
Let's start at the top. Let's start with the skeleton.
Skeleton. Oh, duh. Scene view. Here we go. Skeleton. Look, why isn't my skeleton open?
There we go.
Look at this.
Here is...
buddy.
Look at this guy. Look at this distinguished gentleman.
Do you really want to kill this skeleton? I don't.
Well, we're not
we're
killing
just
him. We're
feeding
feeding
him.
him. We're just giving
That's
him
true.
snacks.
That's true. My apologies.
So this is one of the enemies that our awesome artist Stefano was able to create for us. So he created all of our models. He created little animation sets for them, and here they are implemented fully in the game. Let's go ahead and take a peek at the vampire as well. There we go. We've got our vampire buddy. And like I mentioned before, they all have specific animations, which we will see shortly. And then let's take a look at our zombie.
Oh, yes.
Go.
Zombie.
Our
Zombino.
zombo.
Zombino. I like that name.
There we go. And there is our most common enemy, and this is great. So they work just like all of the previous enemies. You know, they can move around, they can be hit with food, and are very satisfied and happy once they've eaten everything.
Right.
Now, this actually required some modification to the HP script. So Thomas, if you can go ahead and just open that up, we could check out some important information as far as the changes that I made. Now, this is actually what makes the script run. So let's go ahead and just kind of scroll down a little bit, and I can talk about the modification I made. So there we go. Vital information. That's where the important stuff
This
is.
the important one? Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So vital
perfect.
information.
Oh, yeah, no, this is the most vital of information. Look.
That's right. Ask Deedya.
I thought this was classified.
Classified ASCII.
If you go really, really small, it should be clearer what that is.
Let's see if I can expand this. If we just do like control minuses.
Control minuses.
Shift minuses?
If you hold control and then scroll bar. You're editing the important information. There we go. So, yeah.
The most important code change I've ever seen.
So, there you go. The important information is back. But really, there is some stuff that I want to talk about as far as this script goes, but that's for later. The last thing that I have to show off is if you go in and play the game very briefly and just kill an enemy. That's the final thing. And I will talk you through why this is so cool.
Wait. I thought we weren't killing our enemies. We were feeding them. Come on, Joy.
You're
Let
you're gonna make me try and justify these words, aren't you? Feed the enemies. Go and feed the enemies. They cannot face harm.
All right, let's see what happens as we load up. So we're gonna get some stuff going. There is going to be some sound effects I will hear and you all will hear. I don't think Joy itself will hear them due to the nature of the stream. But
so pay attention to what happens when Thomas takes out a zombie. Look, little splatter! Take out a vampire! Take out a vampire! So all of this to say is that I created custom particle effects for their exit from this plane. And see,
pizza bomb.
Look how Thomas is already moving all over the level.
And you actually have to use obstacles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. When I was playing yesterday, I was like, dang.
I can hear the splats.
I can
hear
too.
You hear the
How can I
splats?
hear it?
Awesome.
And there's a little squirt blood. Yay! I mean jelly. It's the vampires throw
raspberry
away
jam.
jelly. Yep. But
I don't know if...
so
should we see if we can get a skeleton? Oh, I died.
yeah, that's okay. So we could actually we could just ultimately the skeleton particle effect will show up, or we could look at them independently. But what's really cool about these particle effects is that they are extremely efficient.
Right.
I believe I think every one of the particle effects is under 10 particles that gets launched each time. So the zombie one I think is the highest one because it's actually 2 particle systems, one for the floor and one for the drop.
Gotcha.
But the idea is because there's going to be so many enemies on the screen and you can destroy them so quickly, I wanted to make sure that these particle effects were extremely efficient. So they are designed purely for the camera view. They kind of look garbagey from any other view, but that doesn't matter. And so we're able to look at max particles of 5 here, and it's just a one-time burst. So you could have these being thrown all over the place, and they are set up so as soon as they're done playing, they automatically destroy themselves. So we do have a little bit of a performance hit on the, instantiation and die. If we were going to make this super efficient, we do a pooling system for the particle effects. But the trade-off, of course, is 1, this is end stage, and also 2, since they're so small, it's not like a huge hit. So, yay, that's me. I'm at pretty stuff.
This looks so good. Like the vampire, I just want to look at the particle system for the vampire as well. Like you can look at basically you've got this nice size over lifetime, right? So it's doing this thing. And then your emission,
so that's why we're getting the blue. Yeah.
Right. Start small because you can see the curve, right? Start small, goes big, goes small again. And what kind of shape did you set? Okay, so it's cone, 25-degree radius, and then you've got 10 particles there.
Yeah.
Just well designed.
Thank you. Just a heads up, it looks like the stream might not be able to hear the sound effects.
So there's no sound playing currently, so we'll test it in a second.
Yeah.
Actually, let's test it right now and find out, because that's going to change how the sound design portion of the stream goes. I did record some audio, and I didn't have time to like get people, so I just made all the noises myself. So if we go to this audio folder here, we've got some sound effects. So here is our skeleton spawn. Let's see if this plays, if everybody can hear this. Ooh,
I can
hear it.
Yeah.
Can the stream hear it?
I cannot hear it. So if I can't hear it, can the stream hear it is the question. So I think I need to change where it's routing on my audio side. So I might need to fix that. Let's see.
Yeah. All right, Twitch and YouTube, we're going to need your help in figuring this out. So whenever Thomas asks for clarification, definitely give us a shot if you could hear things. That'll help us out quite a bit.
I can still hear the sounds.
I can too.
Okay. We'll need to take a look at that and see where those are playing, because I think it's actually where the editor is sending sound. So that's fun. We'll figure that out eventually. But, so we did make some audio effects, set up some sound effects. We've got a skeleton death, a skeleton spawn. We've got a bunch of vampires, because I really had a lot of fun with the vampire. And then I've got a zombie death and a bunch of zombie, like, idle sounds that we can just kind of slap in as the zombie moves around. So.
Now, you're saying that you recorded these yourself, Thomas?
I did.
So what you're saying is that you could actually give the stream a preview of what we just heard by doing it yourself.
I'm all for that.
I can, except that there's no, like, these actually have, like, vocal processing.
Right, but that's easy. That's like, okay, stream, imagine vocal processing on what Thomas is about to say.
Oh my god.
Well, Thomas doesn't need a computer. His vocal cords are good enough to vocally process all the sounds he's making.
Yeah, I can do it. So we could just do like a skeleton. But basically the skeleton, I kind of went for like a Skeletor vibe. So he's like, feed me. That's what the skeleton sounds like. And then when he dies, he goes, delicious. And then the vampire is like really low and guttural. Like I pitch shifted it down like 2 octaves. So the vampire is just my regular voice going blah, blah, blah. But then you take it down 2 octaves. So it's like this really deep, like kind of scary, and it's got a lot of reverb on it. Yeah, pretty fun. But we'll have to play with that, because I really do want to get audio working, and I'll probably tinker with it while we play some other stuff. But let's off. Should we look at all the things you added? Because I feel like you added the majority of the changes to the project code-wise. Like I wrote 5 lines of code. I think you had to write a bunch of code.
I did not write a bunch of code, or maybe my definition of a bunch of code is different, but I did not write a bunch of code. Let me just walk through real quick what I really did, right? Cool. So, because of the amazing team that you guys are, you were able to pick up my slaps in Slack since I wasn't in the last stream. So coming back, a lot of stuff was done, and all I had to do was some HUD work. So you can already see these 4 kind of HUD UI items that I added. So I'm just going to walk through real quick on the scene what it looks like before I jump into code. So if you see here, they're all just TextMesh Pro objects. So if you look here, it's just TextMesh Pro objects. I was also lazy enough to keep our font universal, because Thomas has already done some great font work. Regular auto sizing stuff. Make sure we do that, and then I add a bunch of different text types. So you can see here that's player HP value, which is this. Text and then value. Then we have score and then score value. Then we have ammo type text, which is this one. Then I added a specific colon right here. And I only needed the colon for that one because the food type is a dynamic text that changes depending on what you're adding. Any other text didn't need the specific conjunctions I didn't need to add. And then ammo count text is right here. Wave number text, which is this one. And then wave number value. Cool. So how does this actually work? This works through the HUD controller script. Let's see if we can go to edit script.
Beautiful.
Sadly, I don't have highly important regions that Joy adds. I need to step up my game and really have some important pieces of code in there. But okay, cool. So as you see, they're all TextMesh Pro. So anything that's being live updated is a TextMesh Pro UGUI object, right? And then I need references to all of these things so that I can actually dynamically get the data and update that, right? These are the managers or players that contain these controllers, and I didn't want to directly get the controller just to kind of make it more standardized and then make it make sense in terms of code readability, right? Cool. So what do? I go to Awake and I basically get the components I need, right? So HP is attached to player, and you can also see because they're serialized fields, I just assemble them in the scene, right? I don't need to like get references to them. But once I have references, now I can get HP from player, I can get the player controller from player, I can get ammo inventory from player too. And then I'm able to get wave from the wave manager, right? I don't know why I put the spawn controller here instead of...
Oh, that was actually me trying to fix a null reference exception I was having earlier today.
Okay, there you go.
So you can actually move that back if you would like. Yeah, so I was getting a weird null reference exception while I was trying to like add some audio features, and it was coming from this script, and I was like, all right, maybe I need to move this to start because of like configuration, like order of execution. But it turns out I had actually just forgotten to set a field. So
all good, all good. There we go. Fix stuff. Okay. So now you see that there's literally just 5 lines of code. That's because I really didn't want to do a lot of work in the controller, right? We already capture a lot of this data in other places. So all I really did was just kind of created these functions to get access to the right fields, right? So in this case, I want to return current HP from the HP script, right? So there you go. I added a basic small function there, right? Then I want to get active food type that I get from controller because this is where we toggle which food type there is. So why would I want to go through the entire dictionary when I'm already keeping track of the food type, right?
Yep.
Now get current ammo count again. As we throw food types, we update ammo. So I'm just gonna get that data again. I had to do very little work in just making sure I'm getting the right data from the right place. And not really add any logic or change anything at all, right? Same with wave count, wave number. You know, we've built such good code that we keep track of everything. And then score is just the one thing I needed to add. But what I really did was here, I just added a score in spawn controller, since spawn controller is the handler that actually keeps track of if enemies are dead or alive, or if they've been fed or if they're still starving. Let me rephrase that. So basically all I do there is where did score go? So you say there's a function remove destroyed enemy that just checks whether the enemy has been fed and is satiated, and if it is, we remove the enemy from the scene. I just add score, increment the score, and then I add another public function to get the score. And you see I do toString here instead of like trying to do it here, because I just want to keep HUD controller as simple as possible. So if I do have to do, there we go. Now let's play this, make sure it's updating. Everything's looking good.
And while we're watching the score update, can I ask you to do something for me?
Yeah.
Because I want to show you a feature I added, and we can move on and I can show you the code I did to fix that really quick too. So you're running away, and you're going to throw your food at the enemies, right?
Yep.
I heard it this time. I heard the sound this time. It was just really quiet.
Yeah.
I have so much trouble with the rotation.
So that's I think that's a problem we're going to have to figure out with the audio too, and that's something I want to talk about. It may not get handled today, but when you use audio source.play at point, I think it automatically makes the audio spatial, and our camera is so far away from the scene that the audio is actually, so we're going to need to manipulate that, because I really want the audio to be loud and juicy. So we're either going to have to go full 2D or change the Doppler like roll off effect.
There's an easy fix. We could just put a audio listener on a game object that's closer or right in the scene, and then just
have
go.
that.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
It doesn't have to be on the camera, so we can put it wherever we want.
So let's just move the audio listener then.
Ooh, look at the skeleton! Kill the skeleton! I mean, feed the skeleton! Oh, you died.
All right, so do me a favor, run away. So empty all of one of your foods, and then switch to a different food. All right, and now go to the hot dog and refill your hot dogs.
Oh no, I died before I could refill my hot dogs.
But so I did actually. All right, cool. I did actually implement that feature we talked about last week, where when you reload, it automatically switches you to whatever you reloaded to.
Ah, nice.
Oh, awesome! Very cool.
So that you know. You have what's there.
There
see,
you go.
Your hot dog flipped right there. And because the way you wrote the UI with the update method, it's just automatically reflecting that.
Yep.
That was actually one of the
great.
feedback pieces we got from Esteban and I think Valerie, Esteban, and Dana actually all three gave us that feedback last week. So we kind of did all that stuff.
No, I think that's really great. And it's so helpful to see precisely what you have on screen. Like as soon as that UI came in, I'm like, yes, we needed this. Pizza. Oh, you got one.
I keep
You got one.
dying.
The slice.
Yeah, the slices work. The pizza bomb works. I actually got
I know. Pizza bomb is so fun. Sometimes I just let the enemies kind of, huddle up.
Get close
and
so
then,
you could like,
Yep.
yeah.
and then pizza bomb them.
Yep.
So I'm glad
Sorry,
Usopp,
I
you're
gotta
dying
stop
as much as
playing.
I do. It makes me feel better about myself.
I died so much.
Oh, look at that. The particle effects look so great when you do it that way.
Yeah.
But Thomas, I want you to go through your stuff, but everybody
Yeah, of
keep in
course.
mind the challenge here, because that's what I want to talk about once we're through our review. So
Okay. Look at the slices. Look at them. Oh,
it's so good.
that took me like 4 hours. I'm not gonna lie. The pizza bomb was
Hey, man.
so much work to figure out.
But it's so worth it because it
Sorry.
looks so great.
Sorry, I'm just having fun playing. I should stop playing so we can continue this stream.
So, Tom, what did you do? What did you do
All right, so-
these last 2 weeks?
So I built the pizza bomb. I actually got it working. So let's
Uh-huh.
take a look at how the pizza bomb is actually set up. So the pizza bomb is actually set up with two. The slices do damage. Wave cut. So yes, they do. So the pizza bomb, there's the shell, which is the full pizza. And if we look at the shell, it's just the slices with an audio source that plays when it hits. All my audio for these things, by the way, were from freesound.org. Thank you very much.
Yay.
They're amazing. So literally the pizza bomb is just a standard food object. Oh, I need to put the impact source there. Bloop. Okay, it's got it. Good. So it's got the set constant velocity, so it moves the right direction we want it to move. It has an amount of damage it does. And then you'll notice there's this empty field called pizza parent. That pizza parent is actually really important. So if it's null, then it knows that it's the shell and not the projectiles that explode. It's not the shards. So you leave this null on the pizza bomb, and if we... Yeah, that's right.
Slices, shards.
They're this is pizza shrapnel, ladies and
it's just
gentlemen.
old pizza,
Old-
that tastes like cardboard.
It's been in the back of the
Can't
fridge
wait
for 6
Saturday
months.
to roll around, have 3 or 4 shards of pizza.
Shards of pizza. Yeah, I'm actually going to order an entire shell of pizza, but I'm going to cut it into shards. The pizza bomb has a object pool in it. And it has a pooled object behavior. The pooled object behavior is what basically tells the thing to return to the pool when it dies. So what happens here is if the pool doesn't equal... So if the pool doesn't equal null, it's going to make a game object, and it's going to get the pizza bomb, the shards, the shrapnel, the slices from that pool that's assigned, and then it's going to set their position. And basically, so that's going to grab the item from the pool and instantiate it at the position, and then basically all of our natural pooling behaviors will take over from there. So that's pretty much how, so then this will return to the pool because it has a pooled object behavior on it. So it's going to instantiate it, then it's going to hit, and it's going to return to the pool like it should, right? Play the particle effect, go away. But then we have to deal with our pizza slices. And this is what took me longer than it probably should have, but my brain was hurting and I was very tired. So we have pizza bomb tweaked. And so this is the bomb. And I called it tweaked because I had made like 5 different versions of it. So we need to rename this to be good, but this is the final version.
I like the name, Tweaked.
So we have our pooled object behavior because this parent object is what gets returned to the pool, and these slices go with it, right? Then every single slice has a set constant velocity, and they have a food script because they do damage, right? So they're going to do damage. They have a pooled object behavior that doesn't actually do anything. It's just to satiate the null check that exists inside the food script so that the object will fire. So if we look at the food script, I had to make a couple changes to make this work. So if the pizza parent is null, it just does the normal thing. It just says, hey, return to the pool. But if it's not null, then it's a pizza slice, and the pizza parent is going to decrement the projectile, and it's going to set it to active to false. So the pizza slice is going to go, do I have a parent? Oh, yes, I do. Minus a slice out of my pizza bombs, and then drop it. And then you're done from there. So that's kind of how we set this piece of it up, right? And kind of went from there.
Awesome.
So that's
Really
kind of
cool,
polishing
yeah.
up this piece. And then let's see. Pizza bomb set up here. Wave set here. And then the final thing is if we go and look at this last bit of scripting, and I've lost my spot now right here. All right. So then we go right back here to the pizza bomb tweaked, and then we look at our pizza bomb projectile script, which is the last piece of this puzzle. So this basically on enable is going to initialize it if it needs to be initialized. It's going to populate the array or the list with all of our pizza slices. Then it's going to tell us how many projectiles are active, right? It's going to get the count. And then it's going to go ahead and log them. Your slices ready to load. Exactly. Then you'll get a pizza overflow, and nobody wants to overflow with pizza. Then you're going to set needs initialization to false, right? So the reason we set needs init to false is we basically don't need to change this data after it's been changed one time, right? Like it gets finished, it gets set up. And then you init the project velocity, so then every slice gets a velocity set, and boom. And then your decrement projectiles, right? This is like, hey, take away a projectile, and if it's less than or equal to 0, then you're going to grab the pooled object behavior and you're going to return it to the pool. And that sets it back into the pooling cycle, and everything just keeps working as we see fit. But it took me like an hour for my brain to like figure out this flow. And it's probably not the most optimal. There's probably better ways to do it, but it's the way I got it done this week. And so now we have pizza bombs.
Yeah,
It looks so great.
We keep talking about it's not the best way to do it. I'm not sure about that. I think we've done a good job with basic optimization.
Should we profile it and see? Let's take a look.
I'm down.
I mean, you're the optimization guy.
I do like optimization. It's so much fun. I don't know why people dislike it. It's like my most fun thing to do.
So let's
Y'all heard it here first.
So let's look. Okay, so there's our load.
We loaded in. We are.
Yep.
Did we die? Let's see.
Not yet.
Okay.
Working with this on one screen is a little challenging.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a little challenging, but let's see what the spike is. Physics. Also, it's hard because our entire loop is like less than a millisecond.
Yeah. I mean, physics would make sense though, right? Because there's a lot of stuff like colliding into each other.
Yeah, it would. It would. I can't go that big. Okay, there we go.
So this is actually really fascinating to me because like I look at optimization with fear and stress. And so Utsa, for you to be like, I love optimizing things, and you're moving so comfortably through the profiler. Like usually when I'm in this thing, I'm like, oh God, what is this gonna tell me? And then you're like, yay! Look at this, guys.
You can also look it through here. Sorry, go ahead.
And the player loop is what we've done, right? The editor loop is stuff we can't control, correct? The player loop is the only thing we can control here. Okay.
Correct. And even within the player loop, there are things we can control, right? Like, for example, we can control the order of fixed update versus pre-update. We can control what's going into, like, you know, what are we pre-updating? We can bake some physics and those kinds of things. But honestly, like, our performance is so good. What is our total frame time, right? 0.97. And let's not take the editor loop into play, because if we were not on editor, we wouldn't have that. Our basically entire frame is like what, including, so I'm not obviously going to include the editor loops. It's probably about 3 milliseconds, right? So for reference, 60 frames per second is about 16.67 milliseconds per frame.
Wow. So we're running really, really light, which is good, because with some of the sound stuff, we are instantiating and destroying sound audio sources. But we have the overhead to do that, which I think is really interesting. Yeah,
and then I really love looking at memory. Anyway, I'm gonna stop because I can talk about this forever. So I'm just gonna stop and as we move on.
No, I appreciate that perspective, right? Because this whole time in the back of my head, I've been really worried about like how aggressive are we doing this, right? How much are we pushing on this thing? And I feel like we're actually doing a pretty good job. So cool.
Yep.
What was the other? Oh yeah, and then I added audio sources just so that like we have these audio sources that are set to, these are set to play on awake on the slices. That's what all that chaos is. I need to turn that off on the slices. That is because I was wondering why there was like, oh, you know what? And maybe just one of them didn't get changed. It looks like. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we have all these audio sources on the pizza. This is one thing we're going to need to fix because normally the pizza needs to play on collision, right? Which if I turn off play on awake, that should fix it. And then, and it splashes. So that's everything we've added, I think. Did we cover all the code? Is that all the stuff? Like it wasn't actually as much as I thought.
Yeah. No, I think like there's just like a lot of polish that happened. And it's just, you know, we had a lot of visual changes. And so it seemed like this massive, like, update, but really it was not that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think we've done quite a bit to kind of tweak this and fix this. I'm saying no game sound in streams is sad. Give us some time. We'll figure it out. We've got some stuff. I've got some testing I can do in the background once we do some other stuff. But looking at this here, we've got, that's our update. That's what we've built. That's what we've kind of figured out. So we actually, I also added the final game loop. We actually have a complete game loop now. So the player actually loses health.
Oh, that thing.
And it actually starts over and restarts, right? So
the player dies. So we feed the enemies, but it's the player that dies.
Yeah, yeah.
You've got to keep that distinction.
This game is very vampire, zombie, and skeleton safe. It is not safe for people. Like, it's just...
No.
Or I guess not even... I guess our character isn't really a person. It's more of an amorphous, cubicle entity. But
for now.
For now.
That's going to change very soon.
That's going to change.
I can show you really quick what we did in the HP script here. So, again, we did character. We have our HP script. Oh, that's the ammo inventory. I think HP's up anyway. Yeah. So... just inside of dead, so we have the audio source.playClip at point, deathsound.clip, transform.position. We're going to move the audio listener, I think was our plan. Emotional damage. Such a good reference. And then basically, like, we're going to return it to pool. And then basically the current HP minus equals damage amount is reduce HP. And that's just tied to an action inside of the nav mesh movement, I believe. So
actually, this might be a good point to bring up what I had observed. I think we might have a little bit of a bug happening.
Okay.
And I suspect it'll be an easy fix, but I just want to show you guys if one of you can play the game and get hit.
So
I think I may have fixed that bug, but let's see.
Okay.
Let's see. So I set the zombies to only have a damage of 5. So you should be able to get hit a lot with them. So let's go ahead, and we've got our HP of 100. Oh, don't get the vampire. Well, that's fine. So it knocked you down to 20. Yep. But then it's a one-hit kill game right now. So 20 is actually the value that the vampires deal, but it's setting your health to that.
Oh, so instead of reducing your health by 20, it's setting your health to 20.
Yeah, so watch the HP, get hit by a zombie. So the zombie only
But then
deals
how does
5
the player die? Because wouldn't you just keep resetting the HP to 20?
Well, but no. So what should happen is that the HP should reduce. So zombies deal damage of 5. So you should go from 100 to 95 and all the way down to 0. But instead, it's setting the player's health to the damage that the zombies deal. So rather than having your health now be 95, you're setting your health to 5. Okay. And then even though you still have 5, you die.
Yeah, that was my question, is how do you die?
Yeah.
Because look, if you look, current HP minus equals damage amount. So current HP is being decremented.
Yeah. Current HP is being decremented by the damage. Well, it's not being decremented. It's being set. Like, I see the script here, but like, think about it. If our HP is at 5 and the zombie has a damage...
I think what's happening is it's running fast because we're just checking if it's within a certain range, then it reduces the hit. So one zombie is hitting you multiple times quickly because it's within range and it's going pop, 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 pop. Like man's rolling up on you and just hitting you with those jabs.
So maybe
and that's why you're dying.
So maybe we just add like a cooldown on that on the enemy attacks too.
Yeah, we need to put like some kind of a cooldown function in. So I don't think we can add that. Well, maybe we can add it today, but that's the issue there, I think, because it's actually getting within that distance and it's doing that check and going, I'm in range, hit you, I'm in range, and it's happening, every 2 milliseconds.
Since our performance is so good, it's happening 5 times a frame.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense. Cool. Mystery solved. And I guess it's fine if you're good at the game, but I'm really bad.
Also, I'm with Davina. Can we start calling the vampire One Punch Man?
One punch. I'm down.
All right.
But they're all one punch. Like, they're all one punch. It's One Punch Team.
One Punch Team. Okay. So that should be all we need to show, right? That's all the stuff. That's everything we added. So we've got that bug. Well, not bug, but that it's a bug. We've got that bug documented. We need to fix it. That terrifying feature. So I guess the next thing is we need to dive in to start setting up the sound design piece of things, and we also need to put together our player, get our player implemented with all of their animations and pieces.
Also, going back to that bug, it's a feature difficulty levels. We just have hard mode right now. We'll at some
only
point
hard
add
mode.
easy. Yeah, we'll at some point add easy mode.
This is the reveal where we're like, hey, we were building a Souls-like this entire time.
Yeah, the whole time it's a Souls-like game.
But anyway,
So
that
Did you see the monsters?
So that being said, Stefano, who designed all of our characters for us, did all the concept art, did all the art. He was not able to come on the stream live because he's in the UK. It's like 7 or 8 p.m. He's going to a concert. So he actually recorded us a video to talk through his design process. So let's run that video, and while that video runs, I'm going to figure out why the stream can't hear the sound effects of the game, and then we'll take it from there. So production.
Let's do it.
Video time.
Hello, Joy. Hello, Thomas. Thanks for having me. Let's talk about how did I came out with this idea and how did I realize this idea for Scope Check. The first thing was to came out with the shape of the characters, and we used something really simple. We used these huge square head characters, considering that the game the camera is like from the top to the bottom, is looking from top to bottom. The things that you will see most are the heads of the character. So I came out with the square shape head characters, and I made something really easy, really cheerful, really colorful. If you look at the concept art, you can already start to see that there are no many details in the characters. After that one was done, I start doing the 3D models of this character and doing the texture. Again, even if in here you will see some details and normal map, we will not use that in game because our aim was to keep it simple as possible. Using this technique, we were able to do different texture on top of the same character model. After that, we did all of the concept art, and we made the models, and we made the textures. I started doing the rigging and the animation. For example, the main character, this is the run of the main character. I was looking again for something simple, something cute. As you can see, it's running. Simple animation, again, not many frames, not many details. His limbs are so short that I prefer to use simple, well-readable movement instead of more complex one, even because it's pretty cartoonish, you know? So that was the run, this is the attack, it's super fast. When an animation is so fast, you need to do a good use of the key poses, you know? A strong use of the key poses. So you will see that there's the telegraph and the launch, and everything gets pretty fast, and it's happening pretty fast in the scene because it needs to be snappy and responsive. This is a little cute death animation for the character, pretty much Nintendo style, spins and fall on the ground. But one of the things that I had a lot of fun working with was the enemies walking animation, because each one of them can have a particular and different animation. For example, the vampire is kind of floating, so he got his arm raised and is floating around, while the skeleton got this like cool walking animation. As you can see, is like, I don't know if it's loading. Yeah, as you can see, is like it's more silly, and the zombie got a zombie walk, you know, pretty much zombie-ish. Everything is pretty simple. Again, everything is pretty readable. The last character that I did, it's based on this kind of joke that you guys have, and it's the snake clown, the clown snake, the snake clown. Yeah, it's this little guy, and again, super simple. It's based on the concept that we sketched together. And for this character, we've done the idle animation, a walk animation, and a death animation. And yeah, I had so much fun working on this project with you guys. Thank you so much for having me. Bye.
Oh. Yay!
Yeah. So
Yay, Stefano.
I'm super glad we got Stefano in here. I would love to bring him in live. The dude is incredibly talented.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just rad. Hello, Stefano. So there is the characters as they're designed, and they look good, right? Like it's funny because when we were looking back at the old zombies we were using with their kind of stiff walk, and then you look at like the weird derpy animations that he put in and like the way that they're kind of like swinging their bodies, it adds so much like flavor
I
to the
know.
game immediately.
It does.
It just makes it more fun, right? Like for like looking at that, and then also some of the particles that Joy's added, just all the work for visually, like it adds fun to the game, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see just how much a game can change with those sort of details, right?
Yeah.
Because even if we had those characters, but they were still kind of like walking really stiffly, I don't think it would give the same energy.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, Stefano is so talented. He's able to bring so much kind of just game feel through the active animation.
And like when we were talking in that concept process, right? He was like, let me look at your camera view and your camera angle. And looking at it, he was like, oh, you absolutely like, I need big block heads and we need to be like swinging, because he knew that like everything's small, right? And you want your characters and enemies to stand out. So
Yeah. And I think that's why design is such an important element of game art, right? Is because as a game artist, it's not just, hey, let me just draw a cool concept. It's like, hey, you know, how do I make the player feel like the artwork is really kind of fitting into the game and adding value to the game? And I think that's a special skill on top of the you know, extremely talented artwork.
Yep. With the bull asking, is Stefano freelance? He is not. He is a.
He's
works here.
ours.
He's ours. He's our.
He
He's
belongs
captive
to
to our
us.
team. He does most of the assets that you have interacted with on Learn are probably made by Stefano.
Yeah, like that's something that I think a lot of people don't realize, is that the really huge breadth of variety that you see on Learn is usually coming from just one or two artists. And yeah, on our team we have 2 artists right now. Occasionally we'll do like some contractor stuff, but most of what you see, like John Lemon, that's also Stefano. The VR Witch House, also him. Like there's so much stuff, and now it's in Scope Check.
Now he's scope checking. So now that you've all seen that, you've kind of seen some of the pieces, I think we can start implementing our hero, right? That's the first thing we're going to do. It's time to get this hero going. Joy, you've been messing with these characters the most. You've been kind of animation lead. So I think you should guide us on how to do it. And I don't know if you want to guide us up or myself. I'm happy just to add color commentary while it's up drives if you want.
Yeah, like whoever wants to go, I will
I'll
direct
drive.
you.
Perfect.
I'll drive.
Yay!
All right.
I get to be in the passenger seat.
Right.
I tell you where to go. I control the radio, and I get to eat the fries. And
I'm your
occasionally I will give them
puppet.
to you.
Tell me what to do, and I shall do it.
Yay!
Just don't
All
yell
right.
at me if I get something wrong, okay?
You were supposed to make a left turn.
There
Okay.
we go. Okay.
Okay, so here we are in Unity. So we can go ahead and go into the scene view.
Okay.
Go into the scene view.
I'm in
Oh,
the
he
scene
is.
view.
So there's about a 2-second
Oh.
delay in program,
Oh.
Joy, so just so you're aware. Yeah,
Look
yeah,
at
yeah,
Yeah,
look at
you know-
Parsec. Look at Parsec.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, let me look at Parsec. Here, I'll
Yep.
put this up. I'm sitting here looking at the stream, like, come on, dude, so you're already making mistakes. Okay, so
Okay.
let's go ahead and focus in on Standy McStandenson. Let's see if, first of all, can you put Standy McStandenson in the player section? He's in the environment and it's just wrong. There we go. All right, so we have on Standy here a mesh renderer, a box collider. Can you scroll down so I can see the rest of the inspector here?
Do you want me to go into the prefab? No.
If you like.
Okay, there we go.
It's
there
not a
we
big
go.
deal. I'm just like, I'm trying to decide whether or not we want to work on this prefab or create a fresh one.
Okay.
Let's see, we've got a capsule collider.
Everybody is. We're stoked to see all these first.
Well, also look at here. So we've got a
Oh yeah.
renderer, box collider.
You know what? Yeah, let's
It's-
work within Standy.
Okay. Let's go in here. All right.
Yeah. So let's go ahead. And I need you to find the player mesh. And I believe, yeah, it's in...
Is it in models?
Models. Hero. Yeah, hero model. So go ahead and add our hero model in. There we go. And oops.
Oh,
Let's go ahead and reset the scale of Sandy McStandenson. There we go. Perfect. And actually, go ahead and select the hero model in the project window. One thing that I ended up doing, and go over to the model import settings. Okay, he's at 1.5. So the enemies are currently set at 1.8. When I was testing the enemies, I felt that they weren't really making a big presence on the screen, so I did up the scale a little bit. Let's see how this looks once he's implemented. Maybe having him a little bit smaller will be fine because he has that really bold hat. But we might want to come back to this later and scale him up a little bit more. So let's just keep
we'll
that in
keep it
mind.
at 1.5 then. Do you want me to just delete the capsule?
Go ahead and get rid of the nose. I think the time has come for the nose to go away. Goodbye,
You served
nose.
us well in telling us which direction our hero is pointing. Your time is your watch is over, nose.
And then let's go ahead and get rid of the mesh renderers on the parent Sandy McStandenson. There we go. And let's switch out that box collider to a capsule collider, if you'd be so kind.
Yes. I'll have to just add a new one.
Yeah.
Yep.
What am I putting in box?
Capsule.
Capsule. Oh, we have the box.
Yeah, we have the box. We're getting rid of the box.
Oh, let's get rid of the box. Where is my box collider?
Goodbye, box collider.
Remove
Goodbye,
component.
box collider.
Do you need me to adjust?
Yeah, just encapsulate in. Yeah, capsule. Encapsulate Standy, or we need a new name for this guy, but encapsulate our hero in the capsule collider. I don't think our character should be named Standy anymore. What is our character's name?
I don't know that we have. Can we just call it Hero?
We
Can
could.
just say Hero. I don't
Unless
have a
the
name.
chat has a better idea.
Chat, you got a better idea for the name?
Yeah.
What's your name?
What is Standy supposed to be floating?
No, you can put Standy on the floor. It's just
Nobody put Standy on the floor.
nobody put Standy on the floor. It's just that Standy was taller than our hero.
But
Oh, because you're in prefab mode. Position, you can't edit it in prefab mode.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. I'll just keep it here. When we go back to the scene,
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
change it. Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
am I done editing this? Yep. Okay, there we go. What's next?
All right, the last thing that we need is let's add in an animator controller to the parent object of Sandy McStandenson. There we go.
Ooh, we call it
And-
into your floaty.
Into your phone. That's nice.
Which one am I?
We need to create it actually. So just really quick, go to the hero model and make sure that we don't have the animator on the hero model as well. Yeah, go ahead and remove that animator. Okay. So now if you scroll up in the project in the animations, I didn't create a hero animator folder. That's fine. So go in the hero folder. And then, create an animator controller.
Where is my animator? Am I missing?
No, it's lower. It's the
There we
you
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Call this hero animator controller.
Yeah, make sure that name is exactly good.
There we go.
Lil Thomas.
And then there you go. And then in the hero animations folder, it's so low.
Sorry.
No worries. Yeah. So go to let's start with hero idle since that is the idle point. So, did you just drag hero idle in there, or was that already in there?
No, I just dragged it in.
Okay, good. I just missed that. Click on hero idle really quick. In the project window. Sorry.
Oh, there we go.
And then just scroll down. We want to make sure that this animation is looping. Click on the animations tab. It's so weird to drive. There we go. And now scroll down a little bit. And a little bit more. And then click enable loop time.
Yep.
There we go.
And then make sure you
now-
apply that change.
Oh yeah, definitely apply. I've been
Where's the
forgetting that
apply?
lately.
Go up a little bit. Maybe
It's at
down
the
a
bottom.
bit. Oh, is it the
Yeah,
bottom?
it's on the bottom right.
There you
Yeah. There you
go.
go.
Up. I just saw it. Scroll up. There
Oh,
it is.
Yeah,
there
there
we
you
go.
Yeah. I mean, Unity will remind you anyway.
That's true.
And that's good because I've been forgetting lately. I'll just be going like, yeah, do this. And then Unity's like, hey, you want to actually finish your thought.
Right.
But this is great. So now if we go into the scene view and then open up the animation window.
Control 6, by the way, if you want to do a shortcut.
Oh. Why?
I'm not sure
is it not?
Shortcuts might not work in Parsec, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
I will just open it up. Where did it open? Am I missing
Oh,
it?
it opened. No, it opened on my. Hold on. Okay, don't move the mouse. It opened on my second monitors. Wow.
Mouse is all yours.
All right,
There we
now
go.
dock it in the project window. Down by the project window.
Okay. I'm gonna do this. There we go.
There we go. Now select Standing McStandenson. And go ahead and oh right, we need to apply the animator controller. So go ahead and scroll down in the inspector, add the animator controller, hero animator controller. There we go. And now just press play so we can see Sandy enjoying his idol. And we should probably add the hero avatar.
He needs an
That's probably
avatar,
what's going
yeah.
on. Yeah. So here we go, and hero avatar model. That should be it. Give that a try. There he is. Now, he's all scrunched because the FBX import settings scale is not the same as the animation one, but that's an easy fix. So go ahead and go over to Hero Idol and set his import settings to 1.5 over on model.
Okay. Yeah.
And then apply that. And then once we go in, so this is actually just a preview error. So if you click out of preview, like deselect preview, and then reselect it, it should pop in. There he goes.
There we go. There we go.
Look at him! Look at him! Idol! Hey, he's so cute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we need to get him into his run animation. And I didn't see the run animation import in there. Do we know where it is living?
Good question. Is it called actually?
We could probably use the same run animation. Well, we can't though.
Nope, different rigs.
Oh, there's player run right there. Player run anim. You see it? Hopefully
Is
that's
this it?
That looks like it's right.
Okay. Gonna drag it in?
Can we preview it?
Yeah, let's
How do I preview it here?
it's an assets animation.
I think that's it.
Is that it? We can try it.
Grab the if you left click on the hero model in the hierarchy and drag it into that preview window. Oh, so you gotta click on the player run anim again.
Oh, I see.
And then just left click and drag that over. I think it'll let you preview it and hit play.
Yeah, that's not it.
That's the tallest it'll go. Unfortunate.
We
Here, let
know
me
that
look
there's
for
a run, yeah.
Is it one of these takes? Take 001, one of these take ones?
That's
zombie.
That's Zombo.
Let's go look at the other take one. That's nobody.
Nope.
Hmm.
There's what is the? Oh, that's just a root run.
Run skeleton. Did we not get set up with a run animation? Stefano, did you leave us hanging?
No, I'm sure it's in here somewhere. God, the temptation to go like searching. I don't want to risk.
That hey, if you want to search, these are all the animations though, because I literally search for type animation. There's no other animation in this project. I promise.
No, I know. Going through. I wonder.
Is it hero launch? Is that what it's called?
No, hero
launch is when he throws the
throw.
throws the food. Yeah,
Okay.
see.
Yeah. So he got a little death. Just
wait.
checking to see if. Yeah.
Thomas, weren't you missing death animation, or was that for enemies?
We were missing death animations for the characters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I am just here.
All right. So I think
Setting
what we
this.
should do is I don't think we have an idle or run animation right now for our hero. Looks like maybe it just didn't get exported for us. So I would say we should add that as an empty state and then do a transition state for throwing, and then we'll kind of.
Good call. Yep, let's go ahead and do that. And actually,
You're driving.
while one of us, I know I'm driving, so if I'm not in the scene view, I think I'm okay.
Okay.
So while I'm doing this, does somebody want to check Slack and see if there's an FBX with the run? Because I know we have it. I've seen it.
Okay, let me take a look while you're doing that. Actually, it's up. Will you check Slack? Because I'm not on my work machine, so I don't have Slack to check that file.
I gotcha.
Beautiful.
We got through. So here we've got our run. We're going to set this in an empty state, and we're just going to set up the transitions. Let me go ahead and adjust the scale on this a little bit. So we will have to add in some parameters to our script, but it's not a big deal. So that's really easy. So I'm going to make this transition to run. What should we...
So
I'm trying
run's
to
going to
think.
be, because we want to be able to run and throw at the same time, right? So that's going to be like a layer situation.
Yeah, that's going to be a layer situation. That won't be a big deal. I'm just trying to think of, do we want... No, we want to transfer back.
Yeah, if we stop moving. Yeah. Because if you stop moving, we just want to go back to idle.
Yep. Do we want running? Yeah, running should be a Boolean, huh?
I think so, because then we don't have to worry about, like, unless we want to use the speed of the movement to set, like, the speed, but I don't think we're that complicated in our animator for this one.
It wasn't... Real quick, it wasn't the snake animation, was it, from Stefano?
No.
That's,
was not the
that's the emotional damage we're trying to throw at you.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I can see that. I can see why. Oh my god. Oh my god.
We just lost our screen share source. Oh, we're back. Oh, I forgot you made a giant snake. I forgot about the snake that you made.
I made fan art, so...
We have snake.
Hello, what's up?
I am not paying attention to you because I'm looking at Slack and I'm going to pretend I never saw that thing.
That's so beautiful.
Up? I love you. I love.
All right, we're on time limit. I'm putting us back to work. Let's go. All right, so we have our run. We have a setup. It's empty.
I do not
we need to set up our attack.
Sorry, real quick. I do not see run animation for a character so far.
All right, so we'll need to follow up with Stefano for that because it looks like he said he set up the FBXs and did in fact not.
That's okay. So I have created a bool for can run. So I'm going to go ahead and set this to when can run is true, and that, and then actually, sorry, I just realized that does not make a lot of sense. Let's go ahead and change this. So
running. Oh yeah, there you go. Yep.
I'm just thinking, like, he could run when he wants to. He could leave his friends behind. Okay, there we go. And then is running is false. False, there we go. All right, so we've got that run, and then we have our launch. So we're going to add that in, and that's going to be, he could throw when he's not moving. So this is going to be in any state. And we'll make this a trigger.
Okay.
There we go. So any state, let's set this up to is throwing.
Ooh, I like this. I like this question. So Croc is saying, is there a better way to do these animations rather than using the connection of the boxes? So we're toggling between states. There's a lot of different ways to do things. For ours, it's really basic, right? We're either sitting, we're running, or we're running and throwing. Like those are the three things we're dealing with. You can also use like blend trees where you can actually blend between a bunch of different animation states. And those are another way to do it. Again, due to the simplicity of what we're building here, we don't have the need to dive in that far. Okay, so y'all heard that music playing for a second? Perfect. So we got it working. Cool. So we're just making sure all of our audio outputs working for y'all.
Yay! So I just gave us our death, and I've set this to any state as well. So whether running, launching, anything, he'll be able to transfer into death.
Perfect. And you've got the trigger set on hero death to do the death, and then the hero launch to be able to launch. Check.
Oh, wait. Yes. Okay. So is dead. And then let's go ahead and make sure is throwing correct. And then is running is over here. And one. Oop.
Oh, sorry.
Oop.
That was
Let me fix
me. I apologize. I was trying to do something else.
Oh, come on. But my Unity development isn't bad enough that you have to take it away from me. Come
For
on.
those that are like, how did this happen? So we're using Parsec with each other. So everyone's actually remoting into my laptop behind me, which is why you're seeing a little bit of chaos.
Yes, that was my fault. I apologize.
No. Okay, so one thing that I did want to go through is from Hero Idle to run, I came in and I disabled has exit time. So that means that as soon as the player moves, the Hero Idle will switch over to the run anim before going to run, and then you'd have this like floating situation going on.
Yep.
So that's why I did that. Now I have a game theory. I suspect that maybe it is in fact the same rig. So I'm gonna try and put in the
A run animation from Skeleton or something. Yeah.
Let's just see what happens.
Cool.
Because we saw it preview, so let's take a look.
So I think the problem might be the
Yo, that run
scale,
is
but
actually
no.
mad cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that run.
So-
Like he's afraid. Yeah.
Now that's a very good point that Usof just brought up, because the scale of the skeleton, the import settings, let me go over here. Skeleton run is set to 1.8. So our character is going to burp. So I think we should either
And
just see what it looks like or set our player to 1.8.
I would
say
say
we
just see what it
Yeah.
looks like. And like being
Yeah.
a technical artist in my former life, scaling rigs and animations is one of the most painful things you can do. So, you know.
But we may be able to get away with it because I suspect it's the same rig.
Yeah.
But let's
Yeah.
just see how it looks.
Yeah.
Let's see how it looks. So we've
Yeah,
got
let's-
this
yeah.
basic setup. So I think that we are ready to try and call some of this in
Yep.
our character. So let's go ahead and leave.
You want to save it?
That-
Does it autosave?
It autosaves.
Okay.
Let me go and
Can we
make
get a
sure.
Control S just for safety?
Yeah, but see, it's checked. It's checked.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
let's go ahead.
I have these fears of playing Final Fantasy VI as a kid and not saving my game, and then the power going out, and then me having to play
Valid.
again for 3 hours. So I am a chronic Control S person.
Listen, if you've worked in Maya or Houdini, you're also
Oh,
a chronic
man.
keep saving your files person.
Yeah, you should always
And
save.
also, like, I feel like Maya helped me get past loss. Like, I could just accept, like, okay, 6 hours of work is gone. All right, well, that's how we live our lives now.
And I remember when Maya 2016 released, I don't know if anybody has very specific memories of specific Maya versions which did this to them, but I remember I was like finishing a class in grad school, Maya 2016 crashed on me, and it took me an hour to try to recover autosave files from Maya. But it's a memory that I really want to lose.
Yeah, save consistently is the moral of that story, right?
Control S.
Control S often and regularly. All right, so we got our character here partying. We got our animation stuff. So what is the next party? And yes, the bull. I did see that there's a new Super Mario RPG remake coming, and yes, I am gonna play it. I love Super Mario RPG. All right. What do we got to do? What next? What next? What do?
So, first things first, we're going to see if our player enters the idle stage. Why can I not press play? Oh, because I'm not in Parsec! Because I'm not in Parsec! I'm literally clicking on the stream. Don't mind me.
trying to run this code through Twitch.
Is it Twitch? Is it a VM? Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? Twitch, VM,
so-
other lifestyle, other like universe, galaxy.
So, let's take a look. And look at that. Our player is idling around. So, as we move, he'll just stick at his little idle. Oh, he died. Oh, no. Okay,
Wait,
so
how
let's
did he
see.
Is he being driven through kinematics?
We are going to check. So first things first, we're going to go over to our game view and we are going to turn off play maximized. We are going to do, oh, right. My brain, this is advanced level thought process for Joy. Okay, so let's go ahead and test this out and let's observe what's going on within the animator as this is happening.
Okay. Dude, all right, I see idle.
Okay, so.
Did y'all hear that? I hope y'all heard that.
I'm trying to.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so we're doing good. And then did I get hit? It's too small. I can't tell. Yeah, I got hit.
Yeah, you got
so I think we're doing okay. I think the animator is working as expected. I'm actually going to pull it down here and fix our setup so maybe we could see a little bit better. And then where is our player? Let's reselect Standy. And then go like this. And one test. If this is working as expected, then we can just start adding in these scripting elements to the player controller.
Yep, I think it was right. I didn't see anything.
I think it's working fine. I think what happened is that I actually got hit by an enemy. So
and it kind of threw you off.
Yeah. So we are.
Oopsie. And is movement not working anymore?
Something else is going on.
So go check the. I think is the. Oh no, it's still moving. So when you stop, he just spins.
Yeah.
It stops, but.
Can I drive for a sec?
Yes, please drive.
All right, let's just take a look here real fast. I have a theory, but I'm not sure if that theory is accurate or not. Let's see. Player controller projectile. Apply root motion. Oh, that's not set. We're good here. Rigid body obviously can't be set to as kinematic because the rigid body is moving it. That is really interesting. I wonder. We'll look at our constraints really quick. Okay. Why is our man just starting to spin?
You spin me right round. Because he is still in the correct idle.
Right. It's not changing. Like it's not changing out. It's just something with like the collision is causing them to spin.
Is it even going to run animation? I don't see.
No, because we haven't coded the state change.
Oh.
Okay, so now stop. And he's spinning.
So it's almost like his velocity is moving him. I think this is like a player controller bug.
Oh really? Yeah, it could be.
Also, I can't throw food.
Oh, it probably is because you added rotation look view vector and then you do a quaternion update, right?
Yeah, but why can't I throw tacos?
We can fix this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move the animator onto the hero model itself rather than having it on the parent object. So that should decouple the top level where all the stuff is happening from that. Oh, I know why you're not throwing stuff. You are throwing stuff. The collider.
The collider is actually happening. Yeah, we need to adjust.
So we need to put the collider on the hero model rather than on Standy McStandenson.
Okay. So wait, I'm adding a collider to the hero model?
So you're basically
you can just copy the
animator.
collider. Yeah. You can just copy it from the Standy McStandenson, like cut it and paste it into the thing.
Technically, you could just drag and drop it. Did you guys know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, so here, let me drive for a second, Thomas.
Yeah, go for it. It's all you.
Check this out. So if you come over here and you're like, I want my capsule collider on my lower level object, you could just be like, and then drop it over there.
Why is it giving us the no-no? It's giving us the no-no.
I was doing this for all the stuff. Hold on.
You have to be in the prefab.
Are there two capsule colliders on this object?
No.
Nope, I'm just blind. Okay.
That's interesting. Well, it usually works. I was doing it all weekend. Man, I was trying to show you guys a cool thing.
Oh
well, we
could
also do it the way that Utsop was saying. So you can literally
just paste it.
Yeah.
And then
just paste it
down here.
Yeah, that way you just don't have to readjust it.
Paste
so you have to click. Oh yeah, there you go.
Beautiful.
You might want to remove it from the Standy McStandenson though.
Yeah, definitely. And then go ahead and remove this component, and then we will copy component, and then come down here, and then there we go, and remove component, and why am I driving it? Thomas, test and see.
I'm all right with you driving. I was just watching and learning. I was getting educated. So let's take a look and see as this runs. Our food pools are all populated. Things look like they're working right. Let's see what changes here if we can still throw. I also wonder if there's a because we switched out the model with the colliders on. I wonder if it's a layer thing. Oh, we're floating.
Yeah, we are floating.
Yeah, I think this is actually I think the food is spawning and it's also exploding immediately. So what we need to do here, I'm guessing, is let's go look at our layers. Yeah, so the layer is set to default on Standy, I think. No, he's set to player. What about hero model? Aha! There's our problem right here. This needs to be on the player layer so that the physics system stops us from colliding with each other. And then why is our character so high up in the sky? Oh, because our capsule is pushing him up. Yeah. All right, let's fix that. Character in the sky.
I was just thinking that. Like, what song am I thinking of?
Take a look. It's in a book. Throw in pizza. Do like, how about that? How's that for a collider size? Good.
There we go. That looks good.
You can get hit on the arms.
A little bit, little baby bit, just a little baby bit.
Fair, fair. I'll allow it.
We should make this game easier for all of us, or at least for Usopp.
I keep dying.
The hitbox really small.
Yeah. I cannot stop dying. Like if I get to wave number 3, I am doing well.
Can you throw pizza now?
Mm,
you are throwing.
But why is stuff not flying where I want it to fly? Is it... Were we using a trigger before on Standy? Or was it a capsule? Was it a collider?
It was a box collider.
It was a box collider?
Yeah, but it still should behave the same way, box versus capsule, right?
Mm-hmm. It should, for sure.
How do we break our throwing? What happened, man? Because Standy... This is Standy's default stuff. Everything is set up exactly the same. Projectiles all good here. This is all good here.
And the projectiles are actually happening for sure because we see the UI go down.
Mm-hmm. If we look at our pools, they're all doing their thing. Let's go see what we got going on. What's up, Goran? Good to see you. Let's see if this loads up the right way. I'm just gonna not spin and push spacebar and see what happens. This is so weird that we're now spawning. Also, you can hear the, oh, there's a pizza flying.
Is it because we're just rotating like something crazy?
It's because it's going, I think it's too low. I think the pizza's actually being set. They're being set at the wrong place. So let's go look at our attack. Yeah, look where our attack spawn is.
Oh, whoopsies.
Yeah, so that's like not in the right place. We just need to move the attack spawn up and forward.
All right, let's try that.
Yeah, there was our issue. My goodness, y'all. Game dev is fun. It actually is really super fun. These are the fun little bugs that you run into.
It actually is, yeah.
All right, so let's run around. Yeah, see, now the hot dogs are flying.
Yep, yep.
Oh, yeah, there they are.
They are really hard to see all of a sudden, though.
They are.
We might want to scale them up a bit.
But why would they... Are they taking on the scale of the player or something? Like, why just...
I don't know. They do seem smaller, right?
They do, yes.
Let's check it here. Let's do this. Throw a thing, pause. And then we'll go look at our pools.
I think it already hit. Oh, no. Okay, we're good. Yeah,
let's see.
Just select
Pizza
one of
pool. Or was that a pie I was throwing? No, you're right. It already hit. So we'll go back to pies. I'm going to throw a pie somewhere in an open area.
Okay. Go.
Scales 1-on-1.
Yep. Can you open up and look at the children just to make sure?
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe, you know what? We're not playing maximized. Maybe that's what it is.
It just feels really small because we're playing in a small baby window. That's probably what it is.
Yeah,
Nothing has changed. It's just the illusion of change.
Yeah. Let's try again.
Test one more time. Step, I would check out learn.unity.com. That is your best friend.
Yep.
All right, let's see. Loading. Okay, this looks a little bit better. Oh, yeah, that hot dog still seems kind of tiny.
It's still pretty small. I mean, can we just increase the scale and see what that looks like?
Yeah, we totally can just scale it up.
I mean, I'm okay with oversized foods.
Yeah,
I too. As an American, I also am okay with oversized foods.
I resonate with that. Yeah, I love big plates.
Oh, the pizza's the same. The pizza is the same as it was before. So I think we could just scale up the food.
And you hear sound playing.
I do.
I do as well. Is it coming through Parsec for us?
It's going through Parsec. It should also be going through the stream. It is pretty quiet because of the audio source. We're out of all the... We have tacos. We got tacos. I'm dead. Okay, so we've got the spinning issue with the animation.
Okay,
So
so
let's get the run animation working first. I think. Oh, we don't have a run animation, so
yeah.
Well, when are we gonna use the skeleton?
Well, no, we put it in.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the skeleton's already in. So all we have to do is call is running and mark it as true when the player is moving.
Okay.
So,
Player
somebody wants to go
controller?
into the player controller.
Am I the only old school person here who likes to trigger animations in scripts?
I love triggering animations and
How
scripts.
else do you do it?
Yeah.
I mean, you can do parameters and events and stuff.
So Ray-
like manually.
Yeah.
Well, but
all right.
if,
So we're
if you
gonna-
just do that via.
I know. That's how I feel.
But if you just trigger through script without a parameter, then I guess you can.
No,
I like parameters.
you can do it through bool, right? So like you just create a bool and then you trigger specific animations in animation control in the controller without any parameters from the animator controller. I wouldn't
Yeah.
recommend it, but you could do it. It also depends on what
Right.
you're trying to do, because you can do a legacy animation play without the controller completely if you're only running
Oh, come
an
on.
idle animation.
Nobody uses legacy animation anymore.
You sometimes
True.
have to for performance reasons, like depending on if you have thousands of characters and they all just want to idle or run a single animation. I
Yep.
always recommend to run a legacy animation instead of using the animation controller, unless you can parallelize them, but then your scene hierarchy just is terrible to deal with.
All right. Alrighty, let's take a look at this. So we've got our input. This is our on move. Do we want to be setting the animation in on move, or do we want to be setting it in fixed update?
No, we want it on move. Now,
On move is called every time the value changes.
Oh.
So it will call. So on move happens when you move and when you stop moving, both times. So couldn't we just toggle the moving and not moving Boolean and just
Yeah.
flip it every time we do on move? Wouldn't that be the
Yeah.
easiest way
Yeah.
to do this?
Yeah.
yeah.
So we'll start with false, and we'll just do anim.setBool moving, right?
Mhm.
And then why is setBool?
Because you don't have a reference to anim yet, do you?
I do. I already made that up here
Oh.
while you were talking. So we have our animator anim. Oh wait, hold on. Anim.setBool local variable plus one setBool takes one.
Oh, you got to
argument.
set it to wait your value.
Yeah, moving.
No. So
Oh yeah. The name of the bool and then the value.
Yeah,
So the name of it is called is
Yeah.
running, right?
yeah. Not iOS running. Not is ringing.
Not is ringing.
Maybe you want to be running iOS. I don't know.
All right, so we want to do moving. So moving will actually we can move this up probably.
Yeah, it's
We'll
what
do-
call it probably.
That is not what I wanted. So we'll just invert that, right? Moving equals not moving, and then we'll just throw this up here. And we like to explicitly say private. It looks like, so I'll make sure I do that to match the style. Okay.
Yay. Let's give this a try.
All right. Everybody, hold your breath.
Wait, you haven't assigned the animator.
Yeah, we're gonna
Wait.
get a no reference exception.
Yeah.
Here it comes. You ready for a no ref?
Gotta take that
You're
breath.
ready for
can't,
no-
can't keep holding it.
Everything's broken because we have a no ref. All right, let's fix that.
Before you go back, oh, I guess it doesn't matter since we're playing maximized. I was like, can you show us the animator? It doesn't matter. Just assign that
So,
animator will be good.
Back to Standy. Is the animator? Where is the? It's on the hero model.
Yeah, it's on the hero model.
All right. I should theoretically be able to go all the way down to our player movement script and just drag the hero model over, and it'll find the animator. Beautiful. Save.
Yep.
I'm gonna apply this to the prefab as well.
Yay.
Ooh, big updates on that prefab. All right, here we go. All right, let's see where we're at here.
He's doing it!
He's doing it.
He's
yep.
doing it, Peter. Why is he spinning? I don't know, but he's running.
He's just so happy.
running. Ah!
Does he have velocity? Like, why is he?
Yeah, he does
spinning?
have velocity. We're using velocity to move him.
Yeah, but shouldn't the velocity go to 0 if you stop moving?
Yep. You think his angular velocity is being set to 0 too?
Why? the world is the sky rotating?
He is
Like, he's
spinning.
cute and all, but like, why are you just spinning? my
Maybe
dude?
he's spinning out of total terrible. Maybe this is a feature. Maybe he's spinning.
Yeah.
He's terrified, right? He's Scooby doing.
Thomas, you are so much better at this game than Joy and myself.
I know. Like, that's the thing.
How?
Like, I was testing this yesterday. I'm like, how is anybody actually able to test this? This is really hard. Meanwhile, Thomas is like, whatever. It's because he's
Competitive zombie
yeah.
feeding.
it's because you play fighting games. That's why.
Yeah,
And you got
that's-
this. This is super easy for you.
More pizza bombs, please run. Oh. Okay, we're one. Taco.
We also die so quickly right now.
Yeah.
Go
I'm
to
a
the
pizza
pizza.
bomb.
This is perfect for a pizza bomb.
All right, we gotta look at.
Oh, look at them all. You gotta do it.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that was okay.
pretty
That was good. That was good.
All right, we're
Oh,
out of
no.
pizza. I'm out of pizza bombs. We gotta go back to the bomb factory.
No!
Back to the bomb factory. AKA
Oh,
the
they're
oven.
gonna hit you.
Ah.
Oh. Still, like, this is working out really well.
It's-
Okay, so
Okay, so we just
Our
gotta figure out
player
why
is
our
running.
man's spinning. So something I noticed in the script. How much time do we have? Okay, 15 minutes. Ish. So we go back to player controller. I did notice that in fixed update, we're setting. So there's two values being set here. We are setting
yes.
angular velocity and RB velocity, but that should prevent from spinning, right? If the angular velocity is 0.
Should, yeah.
'cause
Um,
wouldn't we have seen the spinning
all the
before?
times in all the
Yeah.
times, or is it something here because if rb.velocity does not equal vector3.0 transform.rotation equals quaternion, so it's setting that look rotations. Do you think the look rotation's getting stuck and it's just like spinning and causing a perpetual problem?
But shouldn't that like not do it once the velocity gets to 0? Can we just either log or just check the velocity?
We just
in
log the velocity?
inspector?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, we can probably just check it in the inspector too, right? When we play the
Oh
game.
yeah, and the rigid body. Yeah, let's go look at that.
Yeah.
Because that's what it looks like. It looks like there's some kind of velocity just spinning our mans. It's not a bug, it's a feature. See, Brock gets it in YouTube chat. Like, it's a feature. It's
We
called
did check for root motion the bull, so we know.
Yes,
that
we
it's-
did, yeah.
Well,
There's no root motion because if you look at the animator, boom, right there. Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, so where is this rigid body living? It's on main standy, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, and we want to be checking these the velocity
Velocity.
functions. Okay, we got them up.
Yep.
We're hitting play.
You're full.
Yeah,
You're full.
yeah. I just as soon as I pushed play, I thought, ugh, my kingdom to have my inspector out while I'm in full screen mode. All right, wait, undo. Oh, I pushed it again.
Yeah, how do we get a stream set up with 3 monitors each like that?
And we can send all
Perfect.
3 monitors to Freeman for production.
Yeah, he'll be fine with that, right? Like, that's
Just
not a
make him
problem.
hate us. Just be like, why am I doing this? Why am I letting these people do this to me?
Ooh, I like the idea from script. We might have like maybe we assigned it a weird animation. Let's check our velocity and then we can look at that too. All right, so we're gonna go to play focused, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, and that'll big up our gameplay view a little bit, but it won't make it massive, and we'll still be
Yeah.
able to see our velocity info over here.
And it's also important to note that we're not spinning at the start of the game. We are only spinning. Oh,
Wait, why
my.
is velocity?
Oh, because why is the velocity changing at the beginning of the game?
That's a very good question. So okay, so that
Whee!
answers our question as to why we're spinning.
yeah. I mean, that might be an indication.
Look at this breakdancer. Somebody call Red Bull and get this man a sponsorship. Like, this is a b-boy if I ever seen one.
Man, I should have been putting cardboard down on the floor.
Just throw down that cardboard and bring out that 1980s boombox. This dude is dancing. All right, so
Yeah,
look
yeah,
at
yeah.
look at our velocity is going ham.
It is.
It
What is
is,
going on?
yeah.
Why is it going ham?
There's not a rigid body on the plane, on the floor, so it's not like bouncing off the floor and causing something.
Nope.
I mean, it's probably in the player controller, right? What's going on that's causing it to spin? Let's check the player controller, I think.
Oh my gosh, I am trying to alt tab and that's not how that works. Okay, let's go back here. So if so RB velocity equals move force times move speed. That's always what we're doing.
Yeah, so there's always some move force, right? Because we're setting the move force or move speed.
Move force is being set constantly inside of this on move, but on move happens. So on move gets called when you start moving by pressing a button and when you release from a button. So releasing, it should send 0 through.
Okay,
so
so,
it's-
what about speed, right?
So move speed. What are we looking at with move speed?
Oh, I guess if move force is 0 and we multiply it with move speed, it shouldn't
It's 0.
matter.
Yeah. So I think what we should do. Somebody's asking a question like, "Hey, is something starting on awake?" So we're not using awake at all. We're just using start in this function. We're getting our ammo inventory. We're getting the rigid body. We're getting the dictionary. We're populating. We're checking all the food type arrays, and then we're setting our active food to throw. So we're not doing anything. But
also-
I do want to
keep in mind-
debug.log.
When the game starts, if you have no input from the keyboard, he just idles fine. He does not spin until the first
And I think that's because his velocity is close enough to 0. Because remember, it's like, I think we're comparing 3 floats with comparing vector 3.0, and so it's like within like a given range, I think, when you compare floats. And so I think like his velocity is still moving, it's just small enough that it's registering as 0, and when we start moving, it's breaking that threshold.
Okay, that's very possible, yes.
I'm going to debug.log the velocity every 8th in the physics update, in the physics step. Let's just go take a look and see what this looks like.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go to the console here. Boop, 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 boop. Make sure everything's collapsing. Beautiful. Here we go.
You have debug logs selected for console to show?
Oh no, I'll turn that on.
Yeah. So starting velocity is 0.
Velocity is 0. Yeah.
Is it ticking with the velocity at 0 as well?
Well, if it's not a stop player, it returns. So stop player is never checked. So maybe just delete that from player controller.
Oh, so maybe it's not actually setting the angular velocity.
Yeah. So if you go back,
Let's go to our scripts here. So
Yeah,
you're
so if
talking
you-
specifically the stop, if not stop player.
yeah,
Is that set to false or true?
that's set to false.
Ooh, the bull has a really good thought. It's a nav mesh agent.
No, the player isn't, unfortunately. Only the enemies are nav meshes. Nav
player
mesh
doesn't have-
agents.
But the player doesn't have an agent? Okay.
No. Yeah, I was, unfortunately.
All right. So we're going to get rid of this.
Good thought,
We're gonna
though.
We're commenting out this right here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, yeah,
Because is stop player false by default?
it
It
is.
is.
Yeah,
So it's never setting that velocity or that angular velocity.
correct.
So
So try now. I think it should work. Let's see.
but why would we want to set the angular velocity and the velocity to 0 every frame? Because that's going to fight with all of this, right?
That is, yeah.
So
well, we need. So whenever, can we just use the moving boolean to set it to
can't we
0?
just yeah, so can't we just do
Yeah.
And actually I think somebody said that in the chat earlier and I think they were dead on and we just missed it,
Probably.
right?
Yeah.
Just like that. Easy peasy.
You can also invert that if, but it's okay. I'll let it slide.
Don't you tell me to invert my ifs. Don't you tell me to I'm just kidding.
It's just so much nicer to look at.
It is it actually I think it looks a lot better too. All right, let's go see what happens. Here we go. Da 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 da. Yeah, see now we're not. Oh,
There we go. Right? No spins?
no spins.
Got it.
There we go. Boom. I never said that because that was for testing purposes and it came to bite us.
We do have a problem though. So angular velocity is getting set is like fighting us because it's at 0. So I think we need to get rid of that angular velocity call. Cause see, I can't move in an angle direction right now.
Oh, just set the velocity to 0 instead of angular velocity. Yeah, yeah,
Because I'm trying to move in an angle direction and he's just freezing.
yeah,
Yep. So we need it. So we just need to get rid of this angular velocity set and we're good.
yeah.
And that should hopefully clean this up. I'm gonna get rid of these debugs before I forget. I have the music for this game stuck in my head. All right, if we got these animations working, That means we can probably try to do some quick sound design before we wrap this show up for good. Let's see. Load up. I actually can't. I still can't move in any direction. That's weird. Y'all hear that skeleton come in to feed me?
I can see you turn in.
Yeah.
Oh, I can.
Nope, he's spinning again.
Yeah.
So
we
it
do
is the
need to
angular
set-
it is the angular velocity that we need to figure out. But why can't we? Wait a second. Hold on. Moving. It's the Boolean value. Because we're holding a move direction and then we're pressing a move direction again, which is causing move to fire again. And so it's setting moving to false and not allowing us to move now.
Ah.
So now we've locked ourselves in this weird universe where we can only move we can only push one key at a time because we're using that moving variable. So we do need to I think we oh no, I did it to myself.
I was like, that wasn't me, was it?
No, I did it to myself live on stream. All right, hold on. Where's the Unity Hub? There it is. Okay, so what we need to do is go back to our player controller, and we need to just set it up so that basically, if this doesn't equal vector 3.0, then we do this. But I think like if what if the velocity equals vector 3.0, then we can set the angular velocity to 0, right? So basically, like, hey, if we're not moving, no angular velocity.
Oh, I see.
Would that stop us from doing the spinnies?
Oh. Yeah, I mean, let's try it.
Because what's weird is like transform.rotation, like if you notice, also the lights in my office just turned on their own. I guess my house is haunted, so there's that.
Yay, that's cool.
Yeah, input isn't 0. Exactly. But the problem with the input isn't 0 is we have to... Oh, you're right. We could just get the value from move. That's way easier. Bro, thank you. See, we need Twitch chat and YouTube chat GPT. That's what we need. So basically, if we look in here, we can basically just say, do we have access to move, or is move only in on move?
It's
The move value. Yeah, no, it's public. It's out here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so on throw, blah, 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 fixed update, blah, blah, blah. So. Is it a move as a vector
it's
too,
a
right?
Vector, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Right? Basically this. And spell 0 correctly.
Nah,
Yeah,
So basically
it's
it's
can't you just do angular velocity equals 0, or do you need to do velocity equals 0?
I don't know. I'm not actually sure. Let's test it with regular and then jump to angular
Okay.
if we need to.
Okay. Yeah, vector math.
Yeah. So this is similar to what Liberator said, but a little bit different. Because Liberator is just populating a bool based on that comparison and then toggling it between those two. Where we rewrote everything. Alright, let's go see. Yeah, we still can't move angularly. Oh yeah, we can. Yep, that fixed it.
Looks like we can, yeah.
We're
Oh, but he's
spinning.
spinning again.
So it might be angular velocity that's the issue here.
Yeah.
We're close. We're close. Alright, player controller. So you're thinking we can just set angular velocity to 0, right?
Yeah, I think so. Try that and see. I the only concern I have is will you be able to like rotate appropriately when you're playing the game?
Yeah,
Let's
because
see.
you shouldn't be rotating when you're
If you're not
moving.
moving, yeah, correct.
So it should be fine. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first time that I've ever set angular velocity in a script before.
There you go.
I never had a need for
remember,
it.
I remember learning about it in high school. That was a long time ago. Does it work?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, look
Hey. Get fed. Get fed. Get fed. Have a hot dog. You too. Hot dog for you. Oh, you know what? We're out of hot dogs. Moving to pies. You have a pie. Have
You
a pie.
get a hot dog.
Have a pie.
You
No,
get
no,
a pie.
you gotta feed him pizza.
Oh, we gotta go pizza. Have a pizza.
Yeah.
All right, so let's figure out our audio thing. So you were talking about the audio issue. We've got like 2 minutes left because I think our homie Freeman like has a stop, so we can't like stream till 5 p.m.
fine.
So
This is a quick fix.
audio. So you can't hear a lot of the sounds that I've added to the game. So I'm gonna do 2 things. First of all, I'm gonna add a quick audio source to give us our background music because I would like to hear background music while we play. So I'm going to just go into the scene. I'm gonna hit this. Go to audio. We're gonna create an audio source. We're gonna call this BGM. We're gonna add an audio clip. The audio clip is going to be we'll just do the full track for now. And we're going to set to play on awake and loop. We're talking about that listener.
Yep.
So
So if you go into the scene view,
okay, hold on. Let me take this. What is this? How do I make sure this is a 2D? I want this to be a 2D track. Oh,
It's-
it is already.
spatial blend
Beautiful.
duty, you're all set. Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the camera, right?
Yep. So you're gonna bounce over to the scene view,
Okay.
and you can remove the audio listener from the camera now, so we don't have a double.
Okay.
Okay.
Strange.
And then create a child empty in the camera, and call it listener. Add a listener. And now in the scene, arrange it so it's actually in the game view. There you go. I think you're outside of the... Oh, no. Yeah, look good. There you go.
We'll put it down. How about there? How's that?
There you go.
Or should we put it on the player so that the audio listener is on the player and it adjusts the volume based on the source of the player?
Oh,
Is it-
yeah, you could do that too.
Does it do
So-
that if it's 2D audio?
About to find out. I think it does.
Okay.
All right, ready? Let's see what happens if this changes our sound design. All right, let's go see here. It loads. Let's see who's right here. Dun, dun, dun. We have music. The zombies don't have a sound yet, but that's okay. We have gameplay happening. That's pretty good. It dies.
So we should set the audio listener for the background music to be a little bit lower because it is dominating everything. But
Yeah.
man, that just pulled everything together.
I know. The animations, the audio, man, it's looking
I'm gonna-
good. I'm
I'm
proud
gonna
of
pull
us.
this down to like 0.75 or 0.88. I don't know why you didn't like 7.5, computer.
Because you
All right, there we go.
double period.
Oh, I double
there you go.
decimal. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Spatial blend, 2D, stereo pan. Okay. Let's just see how this works. It's getting more polished. Yeah. I would like to hear monster sounds. Because that's the one thing we're not hearing, and I added a bunch. Let's see if we can add the zombie sound on spawn, and I think that'll add a lot of depth because I don't have that configured yet.
Okay. I think background music can go lower.
I
Yeah.
think so too. Should we do?
And
Actually,
then-
let's mix it live. We should do some. We should be using we should be using an actual audio mixer for this.
True.
But let's take this volume down to like, what if we did like 0.4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
All right, 0.43 it is. There you go,
That
0.2.
feels good. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I'm liking that.
No skeletons? Come on, give me a skeleton.
Wow. Still no skeletons.
Yeah, we're not drawn. The RNG god, they're not in our favor right now. We need louder splat sounds for
Oh,
sure.
Kiki, you should maximize the game.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, I heard a splat though. So
The splats are happening. They need to be like compressed and cranked up. I think we should probably put like, you can put some effects processing to make them louder. So let's just go listen to some of the sounds we've recorded for the enemies, because I don't think we're gonna have time to implement too many things. Let me see if I can implement the zombie effect really fast. And then we'll finish the stream up and let everybody go back to their wonderful Friday afternoons and get this kind of finished. So we're gonna go to this thing real quick. Let me just go to our prefabs again. We're just editing prefabs for this. Enemies. And we'll do the this zombie enemy. So the zombie right now only has a death sound. So I can just duplicate this audio source and we'll call this spawn sound. Spawns or spawn spound, you know, depending on how much you like to spell. And then we'll change our audio clip. So I've got some pretty good audio clips here that I've been digging up across the internet and recording. So if we go here, we've got these like zombies. So here's the ones we've got. We've got this one.
nice.
Or this. That one's a little bit longer and drawn out. Maybe this one. I think we're gonna use idle A004. I like that. I like how long it is. And we'll just slap that on. We're saving our prefab. I want you, so just in case we don't hear a skeleton. So this is the vampire when they die.
Nice.
And then when this is my favorite vampire spawn sound. This one actually looks really quiet, but I wonder if I can turn up the
Nice.
volume on my mixer. Is volume C down a lot? Let's try this. This might be a little bit louder for you.
Nice.
So he actually says tacos.
nice.
And then the skeleton death. And then the feed me.
Nice.
So those are our monster sounds. Okay. We've added it. Let's see what audio does. Do I have play maximize set up? If not, I'll restart it really quick.
I don't think you do.
I don't think I do. Definitely do not. Also, it didn't save my audio volume because we were doing it in play mode. So we'll go back here and we'll just turn that
Oh, that's
down
right.
to
It was 0.21.
Yeah.
There you go.
0.21 game play maximized. Control S to save so nothing explodes. Here we go, chat. This is as much polish as we got done in these 2 hours. Let's see. Well, hour and 40 minutes really. Let's see how we're looking. Look at his idle. We're not hearing that zombie sound.
Did
Oh, I
the
think I
zombies
heard it,
spawn?
but-
Oh, no, we didn't hear it, and I know why. I know why.
Why?
The death sounds don't have play on awake set. And
Ah.
we changed that prefab. So let's go fix that. Boop. Let's also make sure our skeleton has play on awake set for their audio. And our vampire as well has play on awake set for their respawn. Okay, cool. All right. For realsies, we're at the last one. So the music, yeah, what up, Tipsy Monk? Good to see you, brother. So the music, the soundtrack was designed by CF Hemi. All the voiceover stuff was actually me about 7 o'clock this morning because I was on a deadline and I knew we had to get this done.
No.
There we go. Now there's sound. Maybe a little bit loud on the zombie entrance, but
A little bit, yes. I'm loving the background music vibe, to be honest.
dude, Chris did such a good job, man. Like, it's really cool to have somebody you can say, this is the vibe I'm thinking. Oh no, we're out of pizzas. We're out of pizzas. We're out of pizzas. We got tacos though.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I really wish we we had time to do multiplayer because this like a overcooked style will be so much fun to play.
Yeah, we
Scope
need to,
check.
we need to do a multiplayer scope check, I think.
Guys. Yeah, I think
It's not bad.
multiplayer. It's gotta. Guys, what did we do? What we did it? Like we made a game.
We made a
made it.
game.
We made a vertical slice of a little game, yeah. Someone's saying there's no death animation. We don't have that integrated yet. Oh, we didn't get the death animation for the hero.
Well, I think that's something that we have to scope check
Wait,
at this point.
Didn't we? We did get it.
We just need to add the code. No, Joey, we can do it.
Well,
we can do it
so-
real quick.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we could do that in 2 seconds. Okay, so is dead. Just trigger is dead.
Yeah, and we need to trigger it from
HP script, I think.
HP.
From HP. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And HP should have access to the animator, right?
It needs access. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can just do a get component because HP lives on the player, right?
But HP's on everybody, and I'm afraid if we get component right now,
Oh.
it's gonna throw a null.
Mm-hmm,
So what we can do? Hold on. Let's go scripts, character, player controller. Doop 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 doop. All the way to the top. Oh, we have so many things we need to get now. No, it's already in. It's already in the player controller. Does the player controller have access to the HP?
I don't think so. Does it? I don't think
Let's
so.
just do that.
Are you looking for player HP?
Yeah, because if the player
Wait, why can't you just do a this dot get component or not this dot get component, but get component on the script itself? You know what I mean? Because player already has HP attached to it. Just get that HP. So you
yeah,
don't.
yeah, exactly. But then the HP
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
one
yeah,
that
you-
sends the
yeah.
dead variable, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
So
Yeah,
couldn't we just?
go do what you were doing. You're right. You're
Right.
right. I just missed something. Yeah.
Alright, hold on, I got an idea. Do something quick. And then, do we have an update method in this character?
We have fixed update. We do not have update.
That'll work. The set trigger, right? And the trigger, what is the trigger called? Is dead?
Is dead. Yeah.
Oh wait, you can't. You just tell it to set
you
it,
just
right?
call it. Yeah, you just call it.
Because triggers aren't booleans. Come on, Tom. Okay, if it's dead, boom, that'll set. And then all we have to do inside HP is tell the player it's dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, dead. So where's the dead function?
Right there. Not is enemy. You're in is enemy.
Oh, else, if it's not the enemy, else.
Yep.
Oh, we have to do the namespace stuff for player controller because you wrote a namespace. What's the namespace? It's
Mono behaviors.
mono behaviors dot characters
The player controller. Right.
player controller PC equals get component controller. This will only happen. Wait, do I have to do this whole long thing for the get component too? Okay, cool. So we have our player controller now, right?
Mhm.
We can add a using statement to fix that direct reference, but we're hurrying.
Mhm.
All right. So let's go here. PC dot is dead equals true. This is a problem because it's what's it called?
Is it
It
private?
is a private. Yes. So we need to go up here. We'll just honestly, y'all,
Make it
we're
public.
doing it. We're doing it, kids. We're making it public. We're going public. All right. Let's see what happens. Triggers aren't booleans. Maybe one day. All right. The final test. See if this doesn't work. We're still ending the stream. Sorry, y'all. Let's see where we're at here. Loads, saves, game review, do all the things, push play, full screen. Do we die? Do we die?
Really need to clean up some of this code.
Yeah, we are. Dun 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 dun. Zombies is coming!
No, just die. Just die, Thomas. Just
Oh,
die.
right.
He's too good at playing the game.
No, so what's happening here is the reset's hitting too quick for the animation to play. We'd have to time all of
yeah,
that
yeah.
out.
But hey, you know what? That
I mean, you could just add an exit time to animation. Would that work? And wait till
No.
the animation's complete before you do
Because-
no,
the
because
reset.
it's the game.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's
That's
triggering
okay, you know
the
what?
death
That's-
animation and restarting the game at exactly the
At
same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scope check.
Scope check. We were
Oh,
close.
guys.
That was pretty good for, an hour and 40 minutes. We got our monsters. We
Yeah.
got some of our sound. Like, I would love to do another sound design pass. I would love to just tighten a few things up, clean up some code. How do y'all feel? We just did 8 episodes of a stream and built something together.
Damn.
Guys, I don't want to stop playing, like, making games with you in the chat. Like, this has been the highlight of my week this entire time that we've been doing it. Like, the streams are awesome. You guys are awesome. The chat is awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. Thank you, chat, for coming along on this journey with us. Thank you to Gravel Freeman, the most incredible Twitch producer I have ever worked with. My man works so hard. Thank you to Hassan from our social team for putting this together, to Joakim, and to Mike as well from the social team to help us get all the Twitter stuff going on. Thank you to everybody in chat that participated. What's up, Joy? Thanks for hanging out with me, and thank you to the people we work for letting us do this. I think it's worth noting that we do work for a large company, and when we went to them and we're like, hey, we're gonna do this every Friday, they were like, yeah, sure. So thanks to that. So I think Freeman has requested that we play the game full screen so everybody can see it for a minute. And I have a question, Joy. How do you feel about doing a net check where we convert this game to multiplayer?
Yes!
I am all aboard that train.
Okay.
The opportunity to be back with you guys in the chat again, yes!
All right,
It's been
chat.
so much fun.
We're gonna plan it. Give us a few weeks to we have to run a show together and just some code ideas. But all right, I like the name Lag Check better than Net Check. We'll have to we'll debate names. But yes, we will convert this to a multiplayer somehow.
Hey, we can
But,
do it. I believe in us.
We can do it. I know we can do it. Like, we got this done. Like, now we just got to make this work on the internet. How hard could it be?
It'll
hard.
be fine.
But we'll
How
still
hard
do
could
it.
it be?
That's okay. We can do hard things.
We can do hard stuff. All right. So we're going to wrap the stream by playing our game. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Freeman, the game is running if you want to cut over. I know there's like a delay on program, so you might already have had done that. But we did. Oh, thanks to Chris and Stefano for the music and art.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you should be able to. I don't know why it's so small.
How's that? Look how the skeleton is dancing to the music.
Yeah.
Like, the BPM actually matches. Bum bum bum. This is my favorite part of the song.
Man, it's so fun to play and watch. Okay, you gotta use more pizzas, Thomas. Gotta use more
know.
pizzas.
I spent so much time on the pizza mechanic and I barely use it as a player. Go to the oven,
kill
get
the
more
vampires.
pizza. Yeah, the vampires have a death sound. We didn't hear their blah 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 though, which is disappointing. I think we need to make it louder. Definitely need to do some audio normalization, right? Like the zombie sound effects is super loud, and my other characters are mad quiet. Those sandwiches. Eat a sandwich, Skellington.
We should have our team play this and see who has the max score.
Oh my gosh, there's so many. Get the pizzas. We're gonna need the pizzas.
Uh-oh.
Feed me. We're out of pizzas.
Oh no!
Oh my god, you're so good at
Watch
this
out!
game.
Oh.
Yo, if there's any esports teams that want to hire a competitive food pizza guy, I will play competitive this game all day long.
Oh my god, you have
Oh,
no
I'm out of all
ammo.
the
Go
food.
get some ammo.
To the hot dog stand. Oh wait, I set up the auto switch. Okay, we're back to the hot dogs.
Watch out!
Oh my god, vampire.
A lot of
He's a
vampires
tough
today.
guy. Tough guy.
Have a hot dogs.
Zombies are
Oh
coming!
no, there's so many zombies.
Oh
I need
no!
the pizza. I need the pizza.
Oh, jeez.
All right. All right. Can we get the detonation?
Oh my god, there are so many zombos.
Oh,
Gotta get them together. Get them together.
oh, jeez. How are
Power
we
of slice
doing
compels
this?
you.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah.
gotta go.
Okay. Oh man, there's so. Thomas, run!
This is so well made.
Oh no.
Okay.
Uh oh, the game just froze.
No, I think you died.
Oh, I think I died. I finally died. Okay. All right, y'all.
Good game.
Good
GG's,
game.
friends. That was
fun.
that was fun. Wave cut, nailing it with the skeleton chaotic movement, knowing the dancing was supposed to happen. I do like that idea to being able to push furniture around. We actually talked about that as a feature, being able to like throw furniture as like a defense mechanism. Man, that is not a bad idea. I hope you all had a good time. Thank you. I realize there was a lot of fun, right? We got stuck on enums. Sometimes we forgot how to code live, but I think hopefully everybody saw like this is the journey of game dev and it's a blast, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. We do net check soon. So thanks again to everyone that supported it and did it with us. And we'll see you all soon. Be well.
Join us again in the future. We love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, much love. Be safe. Be good to each other.